Oop. Almost ready. Just gotta send out my announcements. Ah! Hello, Shadows. Welcome, welcome. Almost ready to go.
Suavemente.
Wow, just in time.
Husky just resubscribed for 7 months. Bar.
7 months. Goodness me, that's so long. Thank you, and welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a fantastical Sunday. Gosh, thank you so much for that sub. It means a lot to me. Hello, everyone. Today, I am going to be playing the Stanley Parable 2. Wait, 2? I thought this was Ultra Deluxe. Well, anyway, Stanley Parable. And it's going to be super fun. And I hope to see Jim again. So let's go ahead and get started. Stanley, I can't believe you're a bird. Have you been lying to me in the bucket this entire time? I put my trust in you.
Stanley.
You
Stanley
tossed it
worked
like
for
a
company
salad.
in a big
The
building
balloons!
where he was employee number 427.
427.
Employee number 427.
Okay, we know Stanley's backstory. The balloons, they're still here. Wait, does that mean
All of
the
his
bucket?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Jim!
he had simply missed a memo.
Even got
A
the
good
stickers.
Bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket, a committed bucket. A
So
bucket
I was
of
told.
culture and distinction.
It is a bucket of culture and distinction. I was told
Stanley
that
clung
there
the bucket
is
to his cheek. Could his
an
co-workers
extra
really all be
bucket
gone?
dialogue from here. So I'm gonna go and check this out.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it.
Yes,
We've
Jim.
escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out
We
here in
have.
the white
We've done
void,
it.
we are alone. Now,
Yes.
and for the first
Yes,
time,
Jim.
I can reveal to you my true self.
Yes,
The bucket
Jim.
began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating
Oh.
the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret, and the many years
Oh.
it spent dwelling on the actions it
Jim.
might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger, of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none
Jim.
existed, and the bittersweet reality of time.
Wait,
to
Jim,
see
are you a
one's
superhero?
dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps, if it had seen
This
its
is so
own
deep.
darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
I would never.
Said the bucket.
Not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was young
What?
back then and could not conceive the ramifications of... No!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This
Jim.
is stupid! You Hey, buckets! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing
What's
this?
going
As Stanley
on?
screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like...
Wait, what?
My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved
Jim,
us from
no!
the bucket. Thank
Jim!
God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the
What is going
incantations
on?
to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it.
The person who told me about this is a monster. Jim, I'm sorry, I take it all back.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Jim,
Perhaps
you're
he'd simply
okay. It was
missed
just a
memo.
nightmare. Bird up indeed. Oh, is that working? That should be working just fine.
The embrace of an old friend, a weathered companionship that stands the test of
It just
time.
mirrors the FPS choppy on the stream. Yeah. Oh, I know why it's doing it. Settings. I have to video. VSync. Oh, VSync's on. Confetti. Give me 1 second. I gotta change something.
I hope this doesn't break anything. Thank you for the pets. Oh. Oh. There we go. Oh wait, no. I gotta keep those settings, yes. Good. Yep, okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket
Much better,
tightly
much
to his
smoother.
chest and
Hello, you Pierre. Are all the sounds working properly? I feel like the sounds aren't working. Wait, why is the health bar so small? Oh my gosh. The chaos. The health bar so small. Why is the health bar so small? There we go.
Health bar. It's too big now. No, it's too small. No, it's fine. Okay, good. Health bar. Yes. Okay, we're going right. Fine.
This was not
Goodness.
the way to the meeting room.
I'm being attacked.
Stanley had felt the bucket.
Hello,
calling to
Matt.
him,
Hello,
telling him that the
Yapir.
old
Hello,
employee
Dankle.
lounge was simply the place
Hello,
to be.
Jabiru.
And here it was. Had the bucket
Ow.
turned out to be correct? Was no. Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We did take the door on our left, didn't we? Didn't we,
And so
Jim?
the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Or did we? Did we? We did not. Rude. Being
Good
assaulted.
Stanley, I'm glad you
Ah!
found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What the? Also, ow. Gosh, quit throwing stuff at me. Ow! I'm already down. Why is it not popping me back up? Oh, there it goes.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
Okay.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the
Ow.
ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite
An
joke,
intervention.
not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it.
Don't you want another story involving the adventure line? We could make the adventure
We
line
haven't even
somewhere
experienced
new.
the adventure line yet.
Yes, that's what the
Yes.
fans want. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Yes. Yay! Da 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 dum da dum da.
Now
Dum,
this
da, da.
is
Oh.
what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this.
Yeah.
But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Yeah. No. Wait, but Jim.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Oh God.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't.
This seems insanely intricate for a simple gag.
Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
What?
Well, you see, if
Why
you
is it
were
shaking?
to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet?
Oh,
Certainly
gosh.
not. I wonder what sort of
Oh,
Bucket
gosh.
Destroyer
They
merchandise
locked me
the
in.
fans will be clamoring for after this.
Bucket Destroyer
Okay, the Bucket
merchandise.
Destroyer. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket
God, the lights are
Destroyer
shaking.
until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now,
God.
the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and
It exploded.
Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. Bird up. We were going to do such marvelous things. Spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
I can't believe this. I love the bucket more than I love the Bucket Destroyer. Not gonna lie, Jim's my friend.
All of his co-workers were gone. Stanley
Goodness,
decided to go
calm
downtown.
down.
Perhaps he
Also, I
was
just
sick of
realized
his
one of the keys that I have bound to make that work is the crouch key, so every time we do that, you guys find it really funny. Alright, Jim, I gotta leave you alone sometime, so I'm just gonna, yeah, you got this, Jim. Alright, normal adventure time,
When
left or
Stanley
right?
came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Left or right? Left or right, guys? First person who says a direction, that's the way I'm going. That's where I'm going. Left? Left isn't a direction. Dankel's trying. Quick, someone ruin his good time. Okay, Shadok says right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm not stylish.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took
This is
the
why
first
accuracy
open
is
door on his
important.
left.
Dankel, just saying.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I actually have to go this way to get
Stanley, I
something.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yeah.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. And there
Stanley
it is.
got it.
The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley.
Stiggly Wiggly.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing
Yay!
something just for the sake of doing
We did it.
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I
Yeah.
will tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all.
No,
But
no
this would be
reward.
like a
No reward. Confetti's a
every time
reward.
I say that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go
Yay.
to whatever
Wait,
the
no,
hell you were
pets are a
doing
reward too.
before you hunted for figurines.
Cool. All right, second chance. Red or blue? Red or blue? Quick answer. Quick answer. Answer red or blue? Red or blue? Quick, hurry! Ow! Oh my gosh, that's a lot of Pokeballs. Quick, red or blue? Red or blue? Red or blue? You guys are terrible at this. Blue? Okay.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, no, sorry. Muffin says blue.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I didn't.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop
Blue.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for
Yes.
you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third
Yeah.
option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me
All right,
about
how
your
good was that?
experience with this new version.
How good was that?
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I see a lot of 5s.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly.
Tyro, you're
According
biased.
in
You're a
your
game
plan.
designer.
I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Leaderboards. All right, cool beans. Thank you for the pets.
Now,
Okay,
would
how was
you
that
say
one?
That
1 through 5.
leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors. Again, honest answers, please.
Compliment chat. Chat is amazing. You are all really cool. I see a 5 and I see a 1. I didn't look at it. -1. That's also 1. Okay, so we got 2 1s. Just gonna
Hey,
blomp.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game,
Oh,
the
right.
baby crawls left towards
Baby
danger.
game.
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think
4
the
hours.
art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I will do it if I continuously get subs for the next 4 hours. I will do it. Oh, that is just the worst sound, isn't it? Oh my good lord. Oh no, that's awful. That's horrible. Oh my god. What a way to get rid of the noise.
Just gifted 1 sub.
Thank you for the 1 gifted. Guess that means we gotta stay here for at least another minute, right? Okay, I think that's enough, right? Should we let it go now? Do we let it go? Do we let the baby go? Do we let it go? I'm waiting for an answer from chat. Kill it. Okay, babies die. Too late. Too late.
Did you do it because you
Goodbye.
hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
It was gonna happen either way. The Change the World would have made sure that
It's
happened.
over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey,
I know.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
There is a reward at the end of it.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
From up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Ooh, look, plants. Yeah. Time to openly roam free and remember.
Oh no. No.
This is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. It's all new stuff. Well, not all of it, but this is new stuff.
It's an open world game.
Normally
Good God,
Minecraft
quickly
is here.
Block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. You're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be
Get out of
just
here.
the thing.
Ah! Rocket League!
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed. Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports
I think
ball!
It's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
Am I
We
your
shall
favorite
run the
sports
bases
ball
and do
team?
a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley.
We gotta be
here's
on
the
Team
ball.
Orange.
Have fun.
Yeah. Bonk. Bonk. Hell yeah. Look at us go. It's
Are
a
you
sports
doing
ball
it? Are you
goal.
winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I
Yay.
worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a
Boom.
certain amount of raw
Boom.
adrenal pleasure,
Hell yeah.
then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes
The
another
ravenous
ball.
ravens. Well, I'm a kestrel mockingbird,
Yes.
so
Oh,
not a
goodness, that
raven,
really
but
does feel amazing, doesn't it?
you know.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm
Yeah.
insatiable. More balls.
More balls. Hell yeah. Look at all of them. Ugh. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Boom. Look at me go. Boom. Getting all the
Enjoy this,
goals.
Stanley. Are you having fun? Is this a real video game?
The
Well, I
Moxie
sure hope
Mockingbirds.
you
I
have
like
a
it.
good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right.
Aw.
All the fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say
Man.
goes. You get to have fun when
No
I
fun.
let you, Stanley. Besides, you need
The
someone
carnivorous
like me to
kestrels,
set
I like it.
boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive
Rude.
kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best.
I do know
Take
best.
care, Stanley.
Yeah. I wonder if he actually just stays gone. The lighting in this game is actually pretty cool. Look at me go. Neil. I'm a car, guys. Yeet.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back. We still have so much.
We have something. Ah! All of his coworkers were gone. Oh. So dark. Click, click, click. Gotta do all the cookies. Hell yeah. Oh, wait, that's where I came from. Ah, the prototypes. The early game concepts. Gotta love it. 427. Ah, way back in the day, before they even had a structure down. Ah, glory. Gotta love it. Gotta appreciate the Half-Life 2 asset ripoffs. Yep. Way back in the day. Oh, man. Ah!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can also wait. The end is never. 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 The balloons are gone. Wait.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know
it's pretty
we're
cool.
Supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
What is this, Elden Ring? Speaking of Monday, Tuesday, Elden Ring, for sure. Oh yeah, it's this place. This place is pretty. Now remembering when Stanley found the collectibles. Ooh, I like this place. It's always so pretty. Zone, sweet zone. Wait, are we going down here?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Mine.
And here was a second Stanley. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest.
I did.
Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Well, you know.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini stand? Can you remember?
I think it was under the stairs.
No. Under the stairs was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If under the stairs feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then
hello, younger brother.
To go making judgments.
Yeah, who are you? Whoa, that was cool.
Let's see. What came next? Oh, yes, we found a Figley in his pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
The pink room, okay, yeah, the pink room. This stuff's amazing.
This was the 5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Yay, early 2000s Windows Movie Maker. I used to use this all the time. Holy shit, the pixelation, yes. Oh my god. Ancient memes. Oh my god. The clip art. Oh my god. Holy crap. That would be amazing. I could never be so clever. Like, I'm a clever bird, right? But this is top tier cleverness.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
God, so old. Later, remind me, I'll show you guys my first video.
Last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Let's do the red door just to spite him, because we haven't done that yet. Look! It's Uwu! Look, it's Uwu! Guys, it's Uwu! We found them! At last! Uwu!
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move on into the future. Goodbye, Memory Zone.
Oh, goodbye, Memory Zone. Okay. No,
I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the Memory Zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Let's do it.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the Memory Zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I got more.
Oh my god.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched? Yeah, I love that video.
Oh my gosh, that got me. Oh my god. The video! The Windows Movie Maker video!
Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Solid room.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Yes, no reward at all. None. Wait, what if I go to the boss's office instead? Oh, it won't let me. Lame.
This was our second Figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too.
Ooh.
The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Whoa. Arrows.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were
the jump through circle,
on.
Yay!
I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm
rose-tinted glasses.
Fond of it now. Look how much fun the past is. I want more memories.
Yes, more memories. Let's go. I agree. It's like a refresher course almost.
Oh, yes, the 2 doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yes.
And
In
before
the office.
everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
What happened?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions.
Oh
Became
my.
lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But
Yeah, Stanley's
I
great.
suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time.
You
I'll
can do it,
take care
narrator.
of
I believe in
myself.
you.
I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That one was kind of interesting. Oh, the balloons are back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think we can take Jim with us
The
this
bucket
time.
made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, no.
This was
I have
not the
I have
correct
something I'm
way to the
curious
meeting
about.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
I'm open to suggestions. I don't mind. Hello?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent.
Yes.
Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Cool. Boxes. All right, we'll leave the bucket this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Okay.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so
Go
he
this way.
detoured through the maintenance section,
We
walked
haven't
straight
done
ahead to the
this
opposite
area.
door, and got back on track.
We haven't done this area without the bucket yet.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Well,
it's
which
clearly...
way is it?
Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Sure, no problem. Didn't need a drink anyway. No one has watered the bird today, so I have to water myself.
Left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Now I gotta hydrate again. Good water, though. Water.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Closed.
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story is completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Perhaps so.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No,
That's a lot of doors.
I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Changed everything.
The story somewhere?
I changed the world.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Adventure!
Let's find the story.
Ooh, a trail. Ooh, another trail. A leaf. The ocean. Mountains. The sky. Mountains. Leaves. I did it. I found my way back.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was
I've
a
been in
story
the back
here
rooms.
before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
I like the sign.
Let's give it a shot. Why not?
This is a good sign.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Sure.
Aha! I knew we'd missed
Ooh, everything turned blue.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this
I don't recognize it either.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Oh, the door's gone.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were
All right, which one of you lost the story?
How about
Who the fuck here lost the plot?
You win!
Oh, yay!
Congratulations!
Yay!
You put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Yay! I win.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people...
Well, it doesn't matter. You already declared me win.
This was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what
It is a
might
pretty
happen
creepy
this
place.
time, I have to restart.
Ah.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get
Parable
lost,
Adventure
I've
Line.
employed the
He
help
took into
of the
consideration
Stanley
what we did
Parable
to-
Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Yeah. Let's do it.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Here's a
Yes.
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life
Question.
itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Dum da 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 da. Dum da da dum dum dum. Dum da da dum dum dum. Dum da da dum dum dum. Wait a minute. There's a thin pillar, but hallway. Thin pillar, hallway. Oh. Thin pillar. Wait a minute. I love you too, Sias. You're a good bean. Wait, where'd the hallway go? Who took away my hallway?
Cut the music, go back, and look at that fern.
Wait, what fern?
Stanley,
Oh, this fern.
This fern will be very important.
You used the
later in
entire team
story.
twice because of the
Make
music.
Sure you study it closely and remember it.
10 out of
carefully.
10, Sias.
You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, yes, fern. I have placed this fern firmly in my memory. Get it? Firmly up. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
Wait.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us?
The line has betrayed us.
After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Wait, it's the first Stanley Parable Adventure line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
Gaboo soundtrack? No.
Daring,
No one can boo me.
mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Alright, let's go.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Oh, I'm getting
Whatever
dizzy.
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This map is amazing. Ah!
Oh, no, not
Whoa!
you again.
Good lord.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines
Look
or
at it go.
monotones. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Wow, it's all over the place. Oh. Goodbye, line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From
Yay!
here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know
Thank
that
you
each door
for the
has
follow.
to lead somewhere,
Axe the
which means that
Axle. I like
somewhere,
it.
the
Axe
place
the
where
Axle.
we're trying
I
to
love it.
go, there must
Good
be a
name.
reverse
Good
door
follow.
that leads here. And that in turn
Look at me go. I'm
means
following
that our
directions so well.
destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another
Yes.
victory for logic.
Yay,
Come,
logic.
Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yip yippee yo, bippity bitty bitty bill.
What's this? That's what this is. It's all one giant ending. And we're supposed to restart the game 8 times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
Oh yeah.
determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply
Wow,
because
we've been
it's
playing
written
this
here
ending
on
for a while.
This thing, wall.
Whoa.
Who consulted me? Why don't I
Nobody.
get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
You don't.
No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want
Ooh,
the
they gave
game
me a
to
chair.
keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
Did we break the cycle?
Whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we
Yes.
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? Okay.
Beep.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Ah! That was loud. Goodness. Oh, look!
All of his
Balloons.
co-workers were gone.
The
What could it
boxes!
mean? Stanley
Yay!
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
They all
simply missed the memo.
arrived. Oh my god, they're everywhere.
Not
Jim,
everyone is so lucky to have
experience
a
the
bucket,
boxes
but
with us.
Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky.
Yay! Let's see, you said 343, but the numbers are going down. Or did you say 334? Confusing me. Bum, 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 bum.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Um.
and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's
Ooh.
warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
No, Muffin, we did that earlier when we first
Coming up
started.
the staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Auto
upstairs to the
tune.
boss's office.
I don't have the auto-tune thing up, so I don't know if it's working
Stanley just
properly.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post
Yeah.
during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a
least we have
competitive
Jim
economy,
this time.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone
Oh,
had
no.
vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked
Yeah,
down
maybe
at
I'm
the bucket
crazy.
in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Jim, you gotta talk to me
Stanley
here.
thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
Yeah.
He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
Wait, this is a
How
gym?
did I end up with someone
You
else's
lied to
bucket?
me.
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who
My
knows what
bucket!
sorts of bizarre hallucinations
Jim!
Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of
Jim!
his bucket. And indeed, now he
Jim!
noticed that the rooms were repeating,
Jim!
which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it?
Yes,
I must find
where's
it. Far off in the
Jim?
distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
Jim, I'm coming!
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by
Wait,
one bucket
where's-
after the next. None of them
where's-
were his. None of
Jim?
them were his special bucket.
Jim!
To me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to
Jim!
find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore
Jim,
his
where
sanity.
are you?
And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was
Jim.
incredibly painful. Stanley
Oh, no.
doubled over in agony and blacked out.
No! That! There's my bucket. It's on my head.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking
Oh my
and screaming
God.
to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
There's
Right
Jim.
away, she knew what the problem was. This man
Oh my
had no
God.
bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video
This is so
game.
good.
It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be. Mariella thought, and she hugged
This
her
is
own
so
bucket
good.
even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she
Hell yeah,
backflipped
Mariella.
all the way to work.
She backflipped all the way to work. Oh my gosh, the bucket endings are just absurd. I love them.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Checked his ego.
Stanley
All right, we're going this way.
tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I was told I could go back. My younger brother disappeared and he told me to go back at a certain point, and now I can't remember what point that is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Desk 434. Desk, not door. You said door earlier.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
But wait, what if we go this way? Oh, okay.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The weird panda painting.
Stepping in.
Now I remember. This is what I was remembering. Come on, Jim. We're getting the hell out of here. You are now leaving. Escape pod bay, floor 760. Let's go, Jim. We're escaping. Yes, absolutely, Muffin. I agree. I love it. Then she backflipped all the way to work. My life kicks ass. Almost there. Yes, the escape pod. Let's see. Warning, entering the escape pod will initiate a relay that once triggered cannot be disabled or paused. Both the narrator must be present in order for escape pod something out as intended. Oh, thank you for the follow, Bird Facts. Burb Facts, you're a burb, I'm bird. Burbs are awesome. Fact number 1. All right, into the escape pod we go. Oh my gosh, what does that say? Wait, are we sending Jim alone? It's alright, Jim. Only one of us can fit. Also, I love that introduction message. That's so good. Oh, Jim. Jim! At least one of us made it out of here. Oh, the hallway's different this time. There's no bucket. Jim. His pedestal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What's the point of defying anymore without Jim? I'm being narrated by Burb Facts, and I love it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Old-timey radio? Who would do such a thing? Wait, can we do this escape pod ending again and get out with Jim?
Stepping into it.
Oh, wait, we broke the door. Oh, there it goes.
Quit shaking me! I'll shake you in return. Wait, will it be the normal hallway, or will it be the hallway we got at the beginning? Now I'm curious. Oh, thank you for the pets. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This wasn't here before. Wait a minute. Ah. The shadow, okay, so I had to get rid of it because it was taking up a large chunk of GPU power just to run it, and it's just not worth it to do that. As cool of a feature as it was. We're coming, Jim. We can make it. Here we go. At last, Jim and I will be reunited. Ah! Fair enough, bird packs. Thanks for trying, though. People throwing Pokeballs at me think I'm a Pokemon. I'm not a Pokemon. You can't catch me in a Pokeball. We can make it to Jim. Did we make it? Oh no! It just took us back.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Ah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Replacement bucket! Oh, I guess it's, just what it is. Let us sing the serenade, Jim. Jim, he's a bucket. A lovely bucket. The most lovely bucket around. Jim's amazing. Yes, he is. Replacement Jim's okay too.
Stanley clutched the bucket
I suppose.
to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the desk. I was singing too much.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where, coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
To the boss's office. Alright, who remembers the
Stepping
code?
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
80085.
Yes, this is
I love it.
the most logical explanation.
Down we go, into the very bowels of the building. Dun dun dun!
The elevator raced downward.
Yes, I know there's a secret here. I'm all ready for it.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Dankle shush, you're gonna break it.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
For a funny, next time you can go to the keypad and type 88888. Oh, yeah, sure. I can go for it.
Rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped. monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence?
Yes, at least
as well?
4.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Now we wait patiently. Can I even? Oh my god.
Tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold perhaps. After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home.
Bird plates!
In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages
Home
since he had
downstairs,
even thought
party
of the mind
upstairs.
control
Oh
facility.
yeah.
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Oh no.
It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this.
Thank you for the
bucket
pets.
tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was going back, doing it over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality
bucket
of
speaks
things,
the truth.
maybe this will
Jim
become
is so
an
wise.
ending eventually. It's what the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
Huzzah! It was an ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace. Protective, yet delicate. Assertive, yet
Stanley clung the bucket
Oh,
to
yeah,
his
no,
cheek.
we already did that.
Could his
My younger
co-workers
brother-
really all be gone?
He must have missed that at the beginning of the stream because we already did that. Oh. Different hallways. Wait, the one's all weird on this one. Well, the numbers are all weird. Why are the numbers all weird?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
No, we already
Opened
did
the
that.
door on his left.
We already did that. You back up onto it and then you fall out the thing. We already did that. Where should I go? I'm good
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
You got a point,
Said the
Dankle. I'll
bucket.
keep looking on the windows.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose
Jim's
not
amazing.
to think
Shut
about
up.
this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yes.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yes.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Do kind of owe Jim a good life after the whole episode down the hole.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Lovely little place. Oh, buckets. Ah, there's Jim.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head. Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this,
The
obsessing
before
over an
pages.
inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen
Hi,
to
Crispy
me.
Lemur. Long time no see. It's been a while since I've seen you here.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think.
It's
it can't
Jim.
talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
It's Jim.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about
Bucket.
is this awful bucket.
Fair
This
enough,
stupid
Crispy.
hunk
Good to
of
see you
metal.
again, though. Jim is our bucket
Sad.
friend.
I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket.
Yes,
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
it's true. Shiny bucket.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of
Jim.
water from one room to another.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I
It's
feel so
Jim.
need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket? Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. Oh no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket?
Am I gonna...
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks.
Are we gonna get
What's
it
wrong
on with this
me?
bucket?
I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome
Seems pretty
situation. Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me.
No, it's my
give
bucket.
Me the bucket,
No,
Stanley.
my
I need
bucket.
it.
My-
Give it to me now. Give it, or I'll...
Mine. Yes, Jim. That was a good one.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
Okay. Sorry, Bucket. I can't take you this time. There's a place I want to go. Wait a minute. Oh, it's just a balloon. It's like, what was that?
When Stanley came to a set of two
We're going
open
this
doors,
way.
this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get
Yes.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's true.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stan. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
I love this
zero
game. There's just so
consideration
much
for
you can
others?
do.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
I'm
Stanley
listening.
walked through the red door.
Okay. We'll do it this time for you.
Thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Maybe.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I'm getting dizzy.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just
It's
stay
pretty.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Yeah, it closes the door. Can't bring the bucket in. Pretty, though.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Thinking about it. Okay, here we go.
Oh!
Ah! Oh.
Thank
I'm okay.
God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah, okay, fine. Walking a little bit slower. Got a little bit of a limp on me.
There. See? This
Yeah,
is what you want.
green this time.
This is where we can
Forest
both
green is my
be
favorite
happy.
color.
We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
Stop moving. Okay, yeah, I got this. That other room was kind of nice, though. Not gonna lie. The stairs leading to nowhere, that's pretty cool. I like that concept.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
How do you know, though? You don't know. What if I gain superpowers and start flying, huh?
No. No, no. What are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Hey, leap 2. Whee! Ow!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Okay. Oh, walking even slower this time. Got a little bit of a limp on me, you know. Fell down some
Yes.
stairs.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Ooh, it's like red and purple this time. Oh, lovely.
I know you'll
Look at how
see,
bright it is.
You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
It's so pretty. I mean, that other room, though, there was some stairs, and they were pretty neat. I mean, like, I like stairs. Stairs are pretty cool.
No, perhaps not.
Gotta make it up these stairs. Got a little bit of a limp. Fell down some stairs, you know.
God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this
This is the
platform
story
over
of a
and
man
over to
named
be rid of it?
Stanley.
You are literally willing to
narrator
kill
tells
yourself
us
to
where to
keep
go.
me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
And now we're torturing the narrator because they have kept us locked here and in prison of his decisions. Ah!
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well,
Yeah,
do
the
you
bucket
actually
can't be
want
brought
to
this way.
stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Ooh, look, it's all rainbowy now.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Pretty cool, though. This is the saddest ending of all the endings. Except for the one where we stabbed Jim. That one was pretty sad, too. A little bit of a limp, though. Fell down some stairs, don't you know? It is very well voice acted.
It's going to
Oh,
restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
we're all going back. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Not sure what ending I want to do now. Actually, you know what? We have not done the quote-unquote true ending of this game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's like the one
Yet
ending
there
we
was
haven't
not
done.
a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
Okay, I want to
boss's
spend some time
office.
in the elevator, though. You got a good point, Matt. All right, up we go. Why is that paper glowing? Eh. enough, Tinkle. You gotta remind me because I forget. Dum 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 dum. I love the narrator singing in the background. Thank you for the pet. Bum, 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 bum. Good music. Alright. Enough. Surely it's taken us somewhere. Oh, guess not. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs, trying to input anything.
I think that was 8
on the
times.
device
I
was
did get the
useless,
achievement,
since he
so
could
that's
never
funny.
possibly know
But
that
what
the
other
combination
elevator?
was 2845.
There's another elevator in here? I don't know about any other elevator in here.
2845.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what one you're talking about, Dankle.
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I did it with the bucket, yes.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I haven't gone that way without the bucket yet, but we'll go ahead and go this way without the bucket first.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought.
Oh no, I haven't.
Did he have the strength
I'll have to
find
try
out?
that next time too. Oh yeah, Crispy, this game is hella great.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced
No, I
to
haven't.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Alright, to-do list. Look in the windows next
This
time
mind
and go
control
back up the
facility,
elevator.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
Yeah.
His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable.
Never.
Wasn't it?
Unthinkable.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
The proof.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he
Boop.
would dismantle the controls once and
Yes.
for all.
Dismantle the controls. Heck yeah. Fight the power.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Was it over? Is it over?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away.
Hell yeah.
Even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Oh, it's a lot more pretty than it used to be.
That was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation.
Beautiful.
The immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay! We made Stanley happy. I got the beat the game achievement. Alright, Windows. Nope, not in there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps...
We'll take Jim this time.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Windows.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the
Speed
boss's
run.
office.
Wait, are there speedruns of this game?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Heck yeah. Jim. Alright. So I'm supposed to turn around and go back up.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3.
Shut
I
up,
want to go
Muffin.
back so I could try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing. Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent.
I'm just messing
This
around.
was a shock to Stanley,
who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
It's because it's funny.
How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm having a blast. Three is one more than 2. I'm actually curious what'll happen if I just keep going.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
I gotta wonder.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet, not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He
Yeah,
smiled at the
Jim.
bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
The bucket said nothing. Jim, you gotta trust me on this one. The number 3. It's special, okay?
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears, and the whole time he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out when I go up and down the elevator.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Oh.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him.
Oh, look, there's
and
someone
why
down
he
there.
felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Yes.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. World peace, baby. The world's first sentient machine. Stanley tonight on stage. I can't read what that says way back there. Stage 3. Oh my god,
This
yes.
was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Congratulations, Sam. Remember where you came from, your co-workers. The dude who came up with pizza. Oh my god.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3
Old
on
conference
a keypad
scene.
over and over.
3.
He was
Ooh,
unloved,
get better material. 3,
uninteresting.
3,
He was
3.
a failure. And in that moment, Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between
get
them
threes
had
in the chat?
eroded
Lots
since
of
that
threes.
day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness. A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No, no, surely not. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'll write this out.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yeah.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the... And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was... Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Does the same thing happen again? The music elevator. Oh, no, actually I didn't. Maybe I should. I wanna go do the birds.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose
Pew, pew,
on an
pew.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly
birds!
Silly birds. The control buttons became active again. Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
Welcome.
It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Bird up!
Mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known
That's a cool bird.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Duck!
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds.
Thank you, Phoenix
imaginable.
2007.
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
For sure, any path that leads the bird's the best. Good.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Still looking for the secret that Dankel was trying to point out to me. I don't see that. Let's see, do I take Jim with me this time, or do I leave Jim behind? Jim is the bucket, by the way, if you're new here. I don't know. Dankel said, look in the windows, and the secret will be there. I'm just like, oh no, there's no secret here. Let's not take Jim this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Gotta take a drink. Thank you, Phoenix, for the drink. Let's not.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Let's see, we haven't gone this way without the bucket in a
Stanley
long
was so
time.
bad at following
Like,
directions,
actually up
it's
the
incredible
lift.
he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I
What?
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
What happens if I go back
but the fact
to the
is that
mind control
story
thing?
has
Good
been about
question, we'll do that
nothing but
next.
You all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
And that bucket has a name. Their name is Jim.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For
This
her.
is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Is it me?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're
Yeah.
not Stanley. You're a real person.
I am a real person. Well, I'm a bird, but, you
I
know.
can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp
Well, you know me.
the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the
Ooh,
real
yay,
world.
safe decision-making.
Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Yay, instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if
For
used
sure.
incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
Very true.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Hi, Rupert.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make
Peace.
sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30?
My goodness, is
I'm
it
supposed to be
4:30?
having
I'm supposed to
a
be-
back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part of a healthy decision-making
Second
process.
crack.
Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day.
Oh my
Do
god.
you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome
Oh
back.
no.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would
All
have
right.
been. This way, please.
The question is, do we obey or disobey?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine
Disobey.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through
Disobey.
the story. That story
Of
would
course.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place...
Since
is
none
not
of you
well
like
equipped
to obey,
deal with
you should
reality.
totally... Okay, so let's see. You should totally not subscribe to me, and I know you all disobey, so, you know. Just saying. Also, you should also not follow me, and since I know you all like to disobey, again, you should also not check out the Discord and the About channel, but since you love to disobey, I mean, you know... Oh, also, you should also not check out my Twitter, which is also in the About section, and since you know, clearly like to disobey.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending. The story will have resolution once again.
So many
Muffinichid
thank you.
X100. Don't worry, I won't knock you out with a bunch of rupees.
Okay, good. I'm glad you didn't do that.
All you need to do
Thank
is
you
behave
for the 100
exactly
bits.
as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, thank you for the pets.
It's ruined. I can't
Oh, my.
believe after everything we talked about that my story...
Jabba
you destroyed
Precuta
my
cheered
work.
X100.
Why?
Birds
For what?
don't follow rules.
What did you get out of that?
You know
what
this.
Did you think was so
I
special
know,
about
I
solving
know
the game
birds
I'm
don't
done?
follow
Left here
rules.
like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to
Dang, this
that?
is such a mangled
can't
map. I love
erase
it.
that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
He
What's the
doesn't
answer?
know.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Why?
I have to.
Don't do it. Don't do it. No. 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 Oh. How long has it been?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see. I'll impress upon you how important it was to unlike Stanley. He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you. That there's a world outside of you.
Great bird.
You're a child.
I'm a bird.
My story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
Yeah.
I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make
What?
it behave exactly
I
as
didn't
Stanley
realize
would.
we were so
That
close
means choosing
to
responsibly and
hype
always
train.
putting the story first.
Your guys' support
I'm quite
means
sure
a lot
you'll
to
be
me.
up to the task.
Helps me do it.
Just follow
I
my
love
lead
best.
and you'll be fine.
And it helps you
All right.
have entertainment.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on
So
his
thank you.
left.
I appreciate it. All right. I think it just loops infinitely if we don't.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, is there even a bathroom here?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
look.
indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115? Oh no, I'm a mute.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Uh-oh. This is a problem. I can't jump.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Can't do it. Whoa.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley,
Yay! Roll credits.
the story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do.
Yay!
Take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it.
The narrator is so good.
You hear me?
Such a wonderful voice actor.
Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right.
Work my hands. Okay.
I'll
work them out.
To decide what's the right thing to do.
Oh, my hands really need to stretch out.
Time as you need.
Yeah. Oof. Oh. Everything's different again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Well, Jim is here.
To go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
We've taken Jim enough. We need to forge our own path.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
A little bit late, Dankle.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Oh,
that
okay,
kind of
calm down.
Isn't healthy. So he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Oh, calming new age music. I like it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated.
Well, I
Stanley
gotta
calmly
get to
walked
the endings,
forward
you know.
Into the open
Can't always
passageway.
misbehave, otherwise you guys won't have content. Besides, we gotta see what happens when I elevator. Got an elevator without the bucket this time. It feels a little bit lonely without Jim.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I also can't wait to find out.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again.
Incredible.
How does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'm brilliant. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or
God,
what
the
if it's
sarcasm
the
is
boss's
great.
office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
Bird! Look at that silly bird. What are you doing? He taking a sip. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward
okay,
with...
hydrate,
No,
gotcha.
No, wait. No, I need more time to process. All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Going straight off the elevator, you mean? There's nothing here. It just leads to nothing, see? Wait. Maybe it leads to nothing? Where am I? Okay, yeah, it just leads to nothing.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I think he's trying to tell me something. Well, we gotta go back up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I certainly don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Ah, yes.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
It's
They
true.
want big,
TikTok is a
explosive
testament
moments
to that.
flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the
where's
trust in the audience?
Yeah.
The slow and nuanced appreciation
Hell
of the
yeah.
story, the characters. Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to
I'm
think.
surprising everyone
I
right
want
now.
to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it.
Just
Which is
when there
why
was
we're
someone
so
out there last time.
starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role
fuck
model,
tradition.
You know? People look up to
Aw.
you. Which is why... Oh, I didn't know when
Press
to
1 in the
spin
chat
this
if
on
you look
but-
up to me.
Well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who've been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley.
Oof.
I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is
Not
the
a single
kind
one.
of gesture that might leave a
Sad.
tremendous impact on them for the better.
Thank you,
Oh,
Phoenix.
good, we're here.
See, someone likes me.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Okay, so it's like the bucket one.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door. All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to
Okay,
speak
without
a
the
little
threes
bit
this
about
time.
the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry, you'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Ah. Alright, here we go. Whoa! Down then up, down then up, down then up again. Oh my gosh. The pressure. Hell yeah! I'm famous. Oh. I'm not famous.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It's the person. Hi, person. Goodbye, person. Bring the bucket to the phone?
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This had Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
What happens if I never leave the office? I can show you. The other phone? Which phone? There's lots of phones. Oh, at the end of the path? Oh, we already did that one. Here, I'll show you what happens when you stay in your office. I'll even close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure.
I'll
What
show
if he
you.
had to
I'll
make
show
a
you Dinkle.
decision? What if a crucial
We'll do that
outcome
one next.
fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to
Yes,
himself, is to
brother, that
wait.
leads to the button
Nothing
ending.
will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
Heaven,
From here I can be
as they call
happy
it.
forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually,
Yes.
someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
A little
Now
closer.
it's even closer.
Even
Here it
closer.
comes.
Here it comes. We made it.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
What new mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving heroes today? Let's find out.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his...
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
Yeah.
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The
All
bucket
right, time
was
to unplug
wrong.
that phone with the bucket.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the
No.
meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
So you guys
Now
excited
ride
for
the lift
tomorrow?
all
I'm
the
gonna
way
be
to the
doing
top.
Elden Ring.
There's something up there I need
It's gonna
you
be
to
fun. Gonna see me be
Stanley did
super
not
amazing
question
at it.
why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket
Elden
had
Ring.
spoken to him,
Elden
and
Ring.
he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
But we answered the phone
In
last time.
here.
Dinkle asked me to unplug the
Go
phone.
into this dark room over here.
If I answer the phone, it just
Stanley
takes
once
us to the
again
apartment where we
obeyed
lift up the
blindly.
bucket and over again, and it tells us to press buttons. Bonk.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were
It
better
is.
at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here.
Oh wait, yes there
Let's
is.
take a look.
Oh,
What is comedic timing?
comedic
What
timing.
is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more
I want to know that
importantly,
last one.
can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully,
Hell
the
yeah.
answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all
I make people
likelihood,
laugh all
you
the
did
time.
it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Oh my god.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
Yeah. I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations
Oh my God.
management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian.
It's
An
true.
effective survey should
Speaking
be no
of, on
less
my
than
Discord,
10
there's a
pages
survey
long
that
and should
allows
include
you
the
to
same
tell me
question
when is the
reprinted
best
several
time I should be on.
Just to ensure
Go
the
and fill it
survey
out.
taker
It's
is
in my
actually
Discord.
paying attention
Oh,
and
yeah,
not
go see
simply
the
filling in
Discord.
answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter.
Oh my
and
gosh.
even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all,
Never.
with each of us
You must
needed
all
on the
laugh
front
forever.
lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our
What?
lives to this noble cause,
What?
just as our children must do after us, and their
No.
children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Well, you know.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Let's see how well their comedic timing has got.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king
Oh,
of
yes, for
comedy.
sure.
That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king
I
of
really
comedy,
hope he
that's
says
for
I'm
sure.
Dunny with the funny.
The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
I think he's overthinking it. Bum ba bum ba 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 bum 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 ba dum.
Here we go. You ready?
I'm
When
ready for
Stanley
this.
and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Should I go in the one on the right? Or should I go in the one on the left? I'm scared.
What? We're back at the phone already? No, what's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point, a dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land, well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I
You
don't
have.
deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
You don't.
I'm not
You
even the
are.
lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh no.
Yes, sure,
Oh no.
That will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of
Wait a
two
minute.
open doors, they entered the door on the left.
I think it'll just loop us again.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Oh.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
We've been here before.
Yes. let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. Keep away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's see.
Technically speaking, he's not wrong. When you have a skill you want to develop, doing research and practicing will get you to your goals. Yes.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Oop. What do we have left to do? Trying to think. There are other endings. Let's go to the menu. Credits. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was thinking about that. We could delete the save data. Do you want me to delete the save data? Delete. Okay, you want me to quit the desktop and then restart it? Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. You get a look at my cool art in the meantime. Check that out. That's a bird right there. A very cool bird. Oh, thanks for the pets. What time is it? Does anyone really, truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted to all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now, the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can. And I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There's still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Epilogue. Many, many years later. Ooh, wow, many years later I'm playing Fallout New Vegas. That's a shame. Well, thank you, Sias, for being impressed with the game. Let's walk towards the light. Oh. Ooh, a campfire. There's wood and fire. Let's walk towards the moon. Pretty. Oh! Hey guys, I can't see the sun or the moon. It's a bit dusty. There's chairs everywhere. Ah, the sand, it's in my eyes. Ah! I didn't bring anything to cover my eyes. Ah! Oh. Ooh, full moon. Big moon. Being out in the desert at night, by the way, in real life, fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous. If you've never been out in the middle of the desert at night, I recommend it wholeheartedly. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Here comes the sun, and I say... Oh, it's gone. There's something out here. There's some sort of a... Oh! Jim? Jim! Jim! You made it through the escape pod! Yes! The real Jim! Yes! Fantastic! We're together again, real Jim. Nothing could separate us. Generator, okay. Oh, the Hall of Memories, it's all messed up. Oh my. Cookie Nine's blog. Wait, that's the guy who left that really bad review, isn't it? Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole, who cares? That was like my favorite ending, by the way. Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line. Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. This diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting and well reprieve. Fantastic. Oh, there's a newspaper here. Cat dog born. Oh, there was a setting for that. Okay. Yeah, the bucket is... Jim's amazing.
Jim.
Ah! The buttons! Jim! Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. When the Stanley Parable launched to massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise, but a disastrous critical and commercial reception of the Stanley Parable 2 has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in a press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been farther from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. And the word sorry appears in more than 25 times in the press release. Oh my gosh. I gotta press the Jim button.
Jim. 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 Jim.
Jim! Okay. Oh wait, there's more over here. Jim! 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 Jim!
Stanley. 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 Jim. Stanley.
Jim and Stanley, of course. Oh, look, a picture of two people. I bet they worked on the game.
Stanley.
I can't believe it. We found a Stanley button. Oh, it's the Stanlerines! Any more? Whoa. This is getting a little bit surreal. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what that developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Go ahead. Try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. The Stanley Parable 3. What should we do? What should we do? Just start throwing stuff out there and I'll just start putting stuff on there in the order it was received. Oh, okay, so it's one on the left and then one on the right. So one on the left first. The Ghoulish Love. Okay, just because you're my younger brother. Oh, the final train station sounds really good too, though. Skeleton train station. That's a really good one. Oh man. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Inspector Scorpion. Yes, I think I like this one. The Stanley Parable 3, Inspector Scorpion. It's absurd. I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. It'll just be the same content, recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have say as well. Hell yes, let's do it. Good, then it's agreed. A new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end, and it can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Okay, that would be for me. Gonna wait until the minute rolls over. Any second now. Any second now. Waiting. Gosh, the longest minute of my life. Come on. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. It's fine right there, I think. Yeah. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. Yes. They asked nicely, Muffin. What can I say? I actually think that's where I'm going to end it for tonight. This was a treat and a half. Next time, when we start up, we'll be able to choose another title screen. I don't know when we'll play this game again. I'm sure it'll come up again sometime. For now, let me get someone to raid out to. You're all amazing. That was so much fun. Give me 1 second. Let me see who is streaming, and we'll get that raid going. Okay, tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST, Elden Ring. Be there. Until then, I've been Reka Bird, and I hope you all have enjoyed your flight.